Welcome back to 15 News. I'm your host, Jim Hall, and we've got a lot of stories to bring you today in this year in review special edition of 15 News. So let's kick it right off and visit with Mayor Kenson Siver, as he's going to tell us a little bit about the wonderful Northland Hudson art pieces.
Hello, this is your Mayor, Ken Siver, and I'm here today to talk about a portion of our Southfield art collection. But we really can't discuss the art that we're featuring in this segment today without talking about Northland first. Back in 1954, Northland opened, and it was the first modern shopping mall. It was a regional attraction. But the mall was designed by an architect by the name of Victor Gruen. The Hudson Weber Company that had the Hudson's 25-story department store, leading Detroit department store in downtown Detroit, knew that as the post-war migration of and development of suburbs in and around Detroit, knew that people are heading northwest.
Thanks, Mayor Siver. Great story and really, really wonderful art. Now, this is a deep story that you might want to learn a little bit more about. You can visit YouTube, check out the Southfield Cable 15 YouTube channel, and we have an entire episode of Southfield Now dedicated to this art, so I recommend you look it up. Now we're going to go visit our friend Rhonda Terry. She's from the Human Services Department, and she's got a great little story to share with us. Rhonda?
The Southfield Human Services started a partnership collaboration with the Southfield Veterans Commission. It started around 2000, and since then they have donated over $5,000 to Southfield Human Services, and we've helped about 11 or 12 families either to stop a court-ordered eviction or to stop their gas or lights from being turned off, or to help their lights or gas to be turned back on.
We are attempting to be what we have articulated as the hope in the field, which means that we are New Hope and we are in Southfield, and we desire not only just to bring hope to our church and our parishioners and visitors and friends that come, but we also desire to make sure that we are impacting the community, and this particular partnership allows for us to do more than just be in our parish, but it allows for us also to touch people in our community with the governing bodies in our community as well.
My department helps residents, Southfield residents who are experiencing financial hardships. For example, if they have court-ordered evictions or if their lights or gas is going to be turned off, there's an application process they can apply for assistance, one-time, lifetime assistance. We also have a Focus Hope program for our seniors that can apply and come pick up a box of food once a month. Also have a Tone Up for Tune-Ups program where residents, if they're experiencing hardship in their vehicle is broken, they can apply for a one-time help to try to get their vehicle working so they can continue to go to their job to continue helping and taking care of their families. Also, we'll be working on starting in August on our Southfield Goodfellows program for Southfield residents. So just stay tuned, watch cable, and look in the, on the website for the date when it's time to apply for the Southfield Goodfellows program that takes place in December. I would like to thank all of the companies and the residents and the churches that have donated to me over the years. I've been employed with Southfield for 27 years, and I just want everybody to know that when you make your donations, there's no administrative cost. So if you donate $50 to Southfield Goodfellows, that $50 goes to the landlord to stop eviction, or it goes to DTE or consumers to stop someone's utilities from being shut off. I can be reached at 248-796-4540. My email is rterry@cityofsouthfield.com. And I thank you for your support and participation.
Now let's keep this year in review going. We're going to switch gears up a little bit, and we're going to take a look at some companies that came together to beautify Stevenson Elementary.
So we are actually here with 17 companies that have gotten together to support the community and to assist with beautifying Stevenson Elementary. So we're just so excited that all of these companies have come together and that they're working and collaborating and volunteering their time to help beautify this school right before back to school starts. So they're doing an excellent job, and we couldn't be prouder of seeing this Southfield Strong spirit.
This community event will definitely make the kids feel excited. We know that we have to meet people's Maslow's in order to make them happy coming into any type of environment. So coming into a school where the classrooms are inviting, the bathrooms are beautifully painted, the play area is inviting, is truly going to make a difference. And when we think about the food that is being collected, we have a number of families that are experiencing food sensitivity issues. So making sure that they have food to take home with them on the weekends is going to definitely help when we look at the whole child, especially when we look at improving academic success for our scholars. So we're very excited about this event today.
You know, donation has always been a big deal for myself personally. I love it so much. My company supports it in a great way, which makes it even more impactful and fun. It's a great way to give back. It's a great way to feel a part and help your local community and impact change.
I think the most important thing that we're seeing on this project is the building of bridges between generations. And I think that's so important. The city of Southfield is a wonderful city that's very diverse. We have all different types of ages and backgrounds in our community, and having projects like these and having corporations in the city alike combining their resources to make this happen is just a true testament to the strength that we have here in the city of Southfield. We're definitely Southfield Strong.
Speaking of Southfield Strong, let's check in with the Parks and Recreation Department to see some of the wonderful activities that went on last year to keep Southfield strong.
This past August, the Parks and Recreation Department hosted our annual Senior Appreciation event. We had over 600 seniors in attendance. There were vendors, free food, and live entertainment. We do events specifically for seniors all throughout the year. For more information, you can call our front desk, you can go to the City of Southfield Parks and Recreation Facebook page, or of course you can come in, say hi, and ask any questions that you need.
Kids and adults both love Halloween, and the Parks and Recreation Department does a wonderful job of celebrating with Boo Bash. The City of Southfield has one of the most beautiful tree lighting ceremonies in all of Michigan, and the Parks and Recreation Department did a bang-up job in 2023. A large crowd came out for the Soulful Santa event, and the holiday cheer continued, and the Parks and Recreation Department did their usual wonderful job in bringing the holiday spirit to kids and adults alike. We recommend that you check out the activities guide, or go to the Parks and Recreation Facebook page, or call the front desk for more information. Now let's jump on over to the town center to take a look at a business meet and greet.
Hi, the City of Southfield is looking to make sure that all of our developers and builders have a face when they're submitting their plans. So we wanted to have a meet and greet with our city officials and with the development community and our property owners. Again, it's just a casual environment so people can get to know each other. We've been trying to do more things online and have permits and everything submitted online, so you really lose that personal connection. So this meet and greet is going to happen quarterly, but this is our first event. And again, it's just to make those personal connections so you know who you're talking to. And as one of the guys was saying, you're less likely to get in a fight and start screaming at somebody if you know there's a face behind, you know, that email address. So
business development does get tough. No one likes to be told what they can or can't do. Our role is enforcing codes and regulations, enforcing and keeping the public safe often means telling people why they can't do something. And we have to break down the reasons why something can't happen technically. And we work to find solutions by having a better working relationship. We can better understand what each other's needs are and work our way and just ensure public health and safety.
the city of Southfield, we're known as the center of it all because we are the center of it all in Southeast Michigan. It's the best place to do business right now. The pricing is great. We're centrally located to people, so if they want to work from home and come to a central location, it's an ideal area for people to take advantage of the freeways and the marketplace. at this time. We have a lot of great space available as Northland Mall is redeveloping. We're excited to see the opportunities that are emerging with that property. And so it's a great time to find a location in the city of Southfield. The city is open for business, and we have a fabulous new staff that's come on, and we're working with the business community to make sure that progress moves quickly and efficiently. And it's a great time to do business in the city of Southfield.
Now let's switch things up a little bit and visit with the Southfield Police Department and visit an annual police torch passing. It's an Olympic-style torch passing, and it's always a wonderful event.
You know, multiple police agencies from across Southeast Michigan are joining forces for the 2023 Special Olympics for the children of Michigan. And we're just so excited to participate in this. In fact, a little bit later on during this run, you're going to see some of our brave children from the Special Olympics that's going to join us in this run. We're going to take this all the way down to the Southfield Police Station. That's where it ends. Give me a round of applause. Southfield Police. Southfield Police. We're taking it home. This is the home stretch, and we're going to take it home in dynamic fashion with this team behind me. You know, this police department, we love our community, we love our children, and we don't hesitate to step up and show support to our community in dynamic ways, and this is just one of them.
Now let's visit with our friends over at Rossock and learn what we can be doing to become better recyclers.
Hi, I'm Sarah Archer, Recycling Coordinator for Rossock, your recycling authority. We're back today again to talk about recycling, of course. And again, I've been getting some calls from friends, texts from friends about, hey, can I recycle this? What about this? And most confusing are the plastics. And so today we're going to focus on plastics and the different things you can recycle and the things you're maybe questioning that really shouldn't end up in your recycling. So let's start with the things that we know you pretty much have got it down. They're the basic recyclables, and these are really what we're after here at in the Rossock communities. So things like your clear bottles, right? Your water bottles, things that contain liquids. This was a mustard container. All of these types of clear plastic containers are acceptable, and actually we love to have these coming through the facility. You do notice they're clean and dry, and the caps are on. So it is okay to leave your caps on. That's a question we get all the time, caps on or caps off. It is okay to leave your caps on. They are made out of a different type of plastic, but technology has improved and allows the recycler that's going to actually take this material and shred it down to separate those different plastics one from the other. So yes to these, okay. And if you're going by the numbers, these are the #1 plastics, okay? So, all right, let's move on to the milk jugs. So yes, milk jugs are definitely acceptable. Milk jugs and the colored plastics, these are all acceptable plastics that we would like to see in your recycling bin. Again, caps can be on. You can smash your milk jugs. It is okay to flatten your jugs. So these can take up a lot of space in your recycling carts and recycling bins and even in our drop-off sites. So it is okay to flatten them. Again, clean them, rinse them out. They don't gotta be spotless, but rinse them out and before you recycle them. If you're looking at the numbers, these are a #2 plastic. All right, what about our other plastics? So these are interesting plastics that are becoming more and more recyclable and able to be recycled and captured in our facility. Soon we'll be adding some robotics to actually separate these individually from the other plastics using AI technology. So these are the #5 plastics, and you'll see that they're not clear or just colored. They might come in either one. So your drink cups from your fast food restaurants are typically a #5, and containers that you might find from your deli are also, your yogurt tubs are going to be a #5. So you'll just have to check that one out, but these are very good items to put into your recycling bin. Okay, so those are the main types of recyclables that we're after. You'll once in a while find a #4 plastic. Sometimes those are a lid or you don't find them too much. And #3s really aren't used in making food products and containers for that, just because it's a polyvinyl chloride, which is not a healthy type of plastic to put food and health and beauty products into. So that kind of is pretty basic and simple. We're looking for those #1s and #2s and #5s. Anything else? we will accept, so just remember that it needs to be acceptable looking at our list.
Many people don't realize how many services are available at the Oakland County Southfield Michigan Works. There are so many different classes and services available. We thought this would be a great time to check in to see what's going on over there. Let's take a look.
The services available to Southfield area and Greater Farmington areas in reference to business services would include, of course, assistance with recruitment, finding that talent that has become so difficult to find, and or assisting you in ways of growing the talent that you might need as a business owner. In addition to that, of course, we offer assistance with training services. So sometimes we have incumbent or current workers that might need to do some upskilling or maybe a way to assist your organization in diversifying. We can connect you to those training resources available, of which a lot of people say, well, I would love to train, but how do I come about the resources available? Yes, our business services department will be able to assist you in connecting to training resources by way of a number of grants that are available. Of course, eligibility is always an issue, of which we are more than happy to walk you through that process. In addition to that recruitment and training, we also provide assistance with retention services where we can connect you to resources that can help you target issues that some of your employees might be encountering that prevent them from being as successful as possible in their positions. So some people say, well, you know what, Oakland County Michigan Works, I thought you were only unemployment. So now that you know we do more than employment services, we do have this awesome business services department available. We're hoping that you will tap in to this resource. You will connect with myself, once again, as the business services rep, as well as the apprenticeship lead, of which I would be remiss if I didn't mention how we also assist employers in creating apprenticeships, of which some people say, why would I be interested in an apprenticeship? I don't own a shop. Well, you'll be glad to know apprenticeships go far beyond the shop floor at this point. We have apprenticeships in the area of accounting, software development, and hundreds of other occupations where, once again, we would be delighted to help you walk along that path in creating a more formal training process where you can grow your talent. So hopefully we'll be able to connect with you soon, especially if you want to walk into our offices where we are located at 21415 Civic Center Drive. We're in Suite 116, or you can connect with us virtually, of which we typically do it through Teams or Zoom, but we are here to connect with you anytime between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Something else I want to make sure that everyone is aware of. As a business owner, we also offer what we call employer workshops by way of Oakland County Michigan Works. These workshops are sometimes held in person and lots of times held virtually. The topics cover a number of areas, all of which we are hoping will assist you in either gaining additional market share or just making the best of the resources that you have at this time.
Now let's visit with the new Health Services Coordinator, Melissa Medici, and she's going to tell us some things that can keep us healthy all year round.
Hi, my name is Melissa Medici, and I'm the new City Health Service Manager. I'm coming on here today to give you an update that we will be doing monthly updates on public health and how it can help you. We want to make sure that you partake in your health this coming holiday season. So my update for this month and next month is to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and your family members. First couple of things is we want to make sure that we're washing our hands. We're getting together with friends and families and just washing our hands to make sure that we get all those germs off. We are seeing pink eye right now, and washing our hands and not touching our face is what's really going to help. But what I really want to stress now is the vaccine. We're coming into influenza or the flu, COVID, pneumonia, and bronchitis, which we are seeing. And we want to make sure that you're getting your vaccine and your updated vaccine, especially for those that are compromised. And what we mean by compromised is those that don't heal as quick or easy, those going through chemotherapy are compromised. So we want to make sure that you are up to date with your vaccine and to protect yourself. If you're around family members or friends that are sick, wear a mask. to make sure that you protect yourself, because these are all upper respiratory infections that could get you really ill and end up in the hospital for the holiday season. One, we want to make sure that you don't drink and drive. Right now, we see a lot of influx with diabetics after the holidays, and why that is because diabetics that drink, two things can happen. One, if you drink, you could throw off your glucose and go into ketoacidosis. And what that is it's high sugar or hypoglycemic, which throws it off. And another thing is if you drink and don't eat, you can go into hypoglycemic. So be very careful with the holiday seasons and drinking if you're diabetic. A couple things that we are seeing that we want to make sure that you're looking out for, especially with the young kids, is strep throat. We're starting to see that in Oakland County now. Being in school, it is passed on through kids. The biggest thing now is the RSV vaccine, the respiratory syncytial virus. Not only are we seeing it in young kids, but in older adults. Make sure that you reach out to your doctor to see if you're a candidate for the RSV vaccine so that you can protect yourself and you and your family can have a healthy and happy holiday season.
2023 was an incredibly busy year with road construction here in Southfield. A lot of great work and road repair being done all over Southfield. Let's visit with Lee Schultz as she brings us an update on much of the construction that has been going on during 23 and going into 24.
Most of our projects are all underway. All of our 2023 contracts are all executed. There's quite a few projects that are going to be continuing into the 2024 construction season. But first, for the jobs that we're wrapping up already, we've got Denso Drive that should be wrapping up just like by early November. We've also got our Sharon Meadows subdivision where we were doing select concrete slab repairs. That has really just wrapped up now. We're in the mode of doing some final inspections, and there will be some punch list work that continues into early November. And then we've got Sherwood Village East where we are now. This is a water main and road repair project. This is going to continue through the end of November, we're anticipating, but everything should be wrapped up yet this construction season for Sherwood Village East. And then we've got two projects. We've got our local roads asphalt rehabilitation project. There's 15 different streets kind of scattered throughout the city that are part of that project. And we anticipate 6 of those 15 that we should be able to get completed this construction season. A little bit of that depends on the weather. There might be 1 or 2 that are later on the list for 23. If the weather's not cooperative, they may bump to 24. Obviously, we can't do any asphalt paving work over the winter time, but quite a bit of work still on that job in 2024 that will just go in the spring and the early summer, and then we'll wrap up with that project. Another big neighborhood project is Twickenham Valley. That subdivision, we've got a lot of concrete and asphalt work on that job. That work just got started in October, and they will work until the weather stops us yet this fall, and then they'll be back doing the majority of the work in 2024 in that neighborhood. Washington Heights is our most recently bid project. That work is scheduled to start in early November. And that project has water main, road work, quite a bit of storm infrastructure is going into the ground as well. That contractor does plan on doing that utility work through the winter. As long as we're not buried under feet of snow, they can still get that underground work done. So they'll be working through the winter, and that project will last most of our 2024 construction season as well. Washington Heights is a very large subdivision. And that project covers a big area, and there's a lot of work to do there. The other projects in 2024 that aren't carryovers from this year, we've got 9 Mile Road. We've got federal dollars for 9 Mile Road between Losser and Evergreen. That segment of road's going on a road diet. So for the majority of that road is currently a 4-lane cross section. We're narrowing that down to 3 lanes. And we also got grant money to put a multi-use path. So there's going to be a new pathway on the south side of 9 Mile for that stretch from Prescott to Lasser that doesn't have any pathway on it there. Neighborhood projects, Sherwood Village West. So this year we were doing east. Next year we plan to move forward with the west half of the subdivision. That's going to be a similar scope of work, water main and road work. A lot more reconstruction on the west side of the subdivision, but that'll be construction that lasts through most of the 2024 construction season. We also plan to rebuild Foster Winter Drive. That's a road over by 9 Mile and Greenfield. That is some Michigan Economic Development grant funds we've used funds to rebuild Denso Drive this year, and the remainder of the funds we plan to spend over on Foster Winter Drive. Another pathway grant that the city was able to secure is going to move forward for construction next year, and that's along Beach Road between Shiawassee and 9 Mile. So that pathway is programmed to go in for that full mile. It's a 10-foot wide pathway. We've got to do some bridge modifications to get us over that bridge where the Rouge River crosses Beach Road there. But looking forward to having that pathway. There's no existing pedestrian facilities along that stretch. Also some big construction that will be impacting people's driving around by the Road Commission and MDOT. So the Road Commission is resurfacing 12 Mile Road next year in 2024 between Northwestern and Telegraph. So pretty large project area. They'll still keep the road open to traffic during construction, but it'll be limited lanes of traffic there. The Road Commission's also planning to do quite a bit of work on 10 Mile between Evergreen and Greenfield. Several years back, they came in and rebuilt half of the road and just did some spot repairs, but they just didn't have the funds to do a bigger project at that time. So now they're kind of coming in and picking up the rest of the poor condition slabs that have further deteriorated in the last several years. MDOT, as people may be aware, they've been working on Telegraph Road all the way from south into Detroit to just north of 8 Mile. The majority of the work in Southfield at the 8 Mile Telegraph interchange is actually happening in 2024. That whole interchange is going to be reconfigured. So there will be a lot of traffic impacts and closed ramps at various times during that project. So people just need to keep an eye out on the press releases on the traffic controls for that intersection.
Now let's change things up a little bit and talk about one of my favorite topics, and that's pets. We're going to visit our friend Mike over at Premier Pet Supply, and he's going to talk about going through some of the many choices that cat owners have with the different types of cat litter there are now. When I first had my very first cat, there was basically one type of cat litter. Now there's literally hundreds. So Mike's going to tell us some great information about different litter available for cats.
Hey guys, it's Mike from Premier Pet Supply, and we're at our Beverly Hills location at 13 Mile in Southfield. Today we're going to talk about cats, and specifically about litter and how to choose the right litter for your cat and for your lifestyle. So if you notice, if you walk down the cat litter aisle, there are tons of options. Years past, there used to be just a conventional clay. Now cats naturally like to dig and they like to bury whenever they use the bathroom, if you will. And so clay is ideal, and having that type of texture is something that they're always looking for and instinctively will use as they go and do their business. So clay, it has been found over time, is not the best for the environment. It's not the best for us or for our cats. You know, you notice a lot of them have a dust. That dust is almost like a cement. And you consider and think about your cat inhaling that, and also you doing that on a regular basis as you're cleaning the box. Long term, it's no good for the lungs. So finding something that not only is better for the earth, but better for us and our cats is something that could be ideal for you. So what we recommend is going with a natural alternative. And there's a lot of them out there. Some are made from corn, some are made from wheat, some are even made from like a crushed walnut shell like this is here. We even have some made from grasses. There are great options that are out there that'll help reduce the amount of dust in the air and also keep your cat and you healthier because of what you're inhaling. And what's neat about this is a lot of people just assume that they're not going to clump or be scoopable like the convenient scoopable clumping litters that are out there in clay options. but that's not true. These have natural starches added to them that actually stick to the urine or the feces. They will clump up, and you can scoop just like you would a conventional clay clumping litter, which is fantastic. So go out there and find something that is going to be ideal and give it a try. Now, what I recommend when you're transitioning and moving over to a new litter is you put that new litter in the bottom of the box, put what's on top is what they're used to using on a regular basis. That way it'll be an easier transition, and naturally they'll mix the litter in and become more accustomed to the new litter that's in there. I hope this helps, and we'll see you next time.
Next up, we're going to start a new monthly segment with Chief Menefee, and he's going to talk a little bit about a wonderful award he received and a lot of the accomplishments for the Southfield Fire Department during the 2023 year. So let's take a look.
It's Fire Chief Johnny Menefee wishing you a happy holiday season and hoping everyone's going to stay safe. I just want to go over a couple safety tips during the holidays. As always, the holidays bring special hazards that come up, and I just want to make sure that we're keeping all our residents, our visitors, and our business partners safe. So with the kitchens, we do see a spike in kitchen fires over the holidays, reminding you not to leave anything unattended on the stove. I know people get into their cell phones and get other things kind of happening, but if you're working in the kitchen, stay in the kitchen. If you have to leave, turn your pots and pans off. And as much as you can, please try not to be frying things in the kitchen. We seem to have more fires with that. Do your prep work and all your precautions. If you're going to fry a turkey outside, make sure it's away from other things, that it's out away from combustibles. It's really important. And as well as the candles for the holidays. The candles, I prefer that we do those candles that look like candles, that aren't live candles, but I understand tradition and the way they smell, and they bring in that that feeling for the holidays. But we do still have fires from candles from being unattended. So please make sure that you don't leave candles unattended, or you'll leave the home and leave the candles lit. Are things that really around the holidays. With our Christmas trees, especially with our live Christmas trees, make sure that you properly water your Christmas tree, that you're not adding multiple layers of lights and creating electrical issues that you have that you're having wrap presents around heated sources that can cause a fire. And in the fireplaces, make sure that you properly dispose of the ashes and so forth after you get done with your fires. Make sure that there's not combustibles around that, when the logs can pop and spark, that you have proper ventilation and you have proper space around your fireplaces so the sparks don't end up catching something on fire. But just a couple things to think about, but the best thing that you could possibly do is just take a breath, pay attention. It's about the family. Put the cell phones down, put the tablets down, and concentrate on the task at hand and what you're doing. Hey, once again, this is Chief Menefee wishing you a happy holidays, and I hope you'll be safe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the new year.
Thanks, Chief. A lot of great stuff there, and we look forward to working with you monthly. Now we're going to visit our friend Sherry over at the Southfield Library, one of my favorite places in all of Southfield, the Southfield Library. And Sherry's going to bring us up to speed on some upcoming events at the Southfield Library.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Southfield Public Library. It's that time where I'm updating you about the next 3 months of goings on here at the library for December, January, and February. And this is only a few minutes long, so I cannot possibly cover everything. So please go to www.southfieldlibrary.org to look at our calendar and for blow-by-blows on everything we do here. We also, if you're like me and you prefer paper, have a paper newsletter. Our winter one is not out yet, but it is coming soon. So you can grab that at the library as well. As you can hear, it's very lively here in the library today, but I'm going to try and overcome the noise because it's a busy day today. It's election day. You're probably not going to be watching it today, obviously, but that's what's going on, and that's why you might hear a little bit of happy squealing. And that's children enjoying with their grown-ups our fantastic youth room. But there's grown-up floors too. We have fiction, we have nonfiction, you know the drill. We have displays in both our inner and outer lobbies. Please come check those out. They're always filled with fabulous collections and artwork. Let me just do a quick rundown of some of the highlights coming this winter. I want to start with the Silent Book Club. That's right, it's a silent book club. You come, you grab a book, you read in a group. So you're in a group, but you're not having to discuss anything, not having to bring questions, just reading together. Should be fun. This is our first one. It's a joint youth and adult program. All ages that can read can come. We also have what I'm standing in front of right here. We're bringing back Battle of the Books for 4th and 5th graders. Please come, get a team of 2 to 6, read some fantastic books, and come and compete to see if you are the champion. And for our older middle school crowd, we have Quiz Club Book Edition. Every month is a different book. Every month are different questions. And then at the end, we have a huge quiz bowl. Sign up now, get your book, and join the Quiz Club. You don't have to come every month. You can pick and choose. This month's book is the best at it. Last month's book was 13, so these are available for you to check out. We have a club for the seniors. I'm not talking about high school seniors. I'm talking about our senior community. Come to Senior Social. They do bingo, they do trivia. It is a blast. And self-care journaling. Are you having a month like I'm having? Do you need to write it out? Self-care journaling could be for you. Then there's Black History Month. So much goes on in February. But I want to tell you about the Black History Open Mic. Come, share your poetry, share your prose. Come and share for Black History Open Mic. Want to learn about your ancestors? We got Next Step with Ancestors. Learn how to better research your family tree. Finally, if you're like me again and you've been having a couple months, Intro to Meditation. Just say Om. And that isn't everything. We have book clubs. We have, you name it, we have craft programs. We have everything. And it's all going to be in our winter newsletter and at www.southfieldlibrary.org. Come. I don't care where you live. It doesn't matter. We welcome all. Visit us here at the Southfield Public Library. We're waiting for you!
Well, that wraps up this edition of 15 News. I told you we had a lot going on and a lot to talk about. You might want to watch this episode again because there was so much going on. Very simple way to do it. Check out our YouTube page. Just go to YouTube, type in City of Southfield Cable 15. Our little icon will pop up. Click onto that icon and then click onto videos. And you will see hundreds and hundreds of videos, everything from meetings to the news to specials. If you'd like to watch this edition or any other edition of the news, just click onto the edition you would like to watch and you'll be able to watch it. We thank you so much for your interest. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.